Hi, I'm Corinne Supernor from Carpe Diem Adventures travel agency. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about Longleaf Distillery here in Macon, Georgia. It opened in April of 2023, and I have been wanting to go there just about since the day it opened. And on Sunday, I finally got to go. So I'm just going to be sharing with you a little bit about my experience there and how wonderful and what a catch it is for Macon, Georgia. Stay tuned. So looking at the inside of Longleaf Distillery, you can see that it is gorgeous. They apparently took an older building, ripped it down to the studs, and built it up from scratch. The only thing they kept was the concrete floors, which they buffed up and made them look beautiful. And they put in the new bar, new everything. And it's the right mix of industrial meets vintage, and it's warm and it has a great atmosphere. They also feature live music and their craft cocktails, which I'm obviously going to be talking about. They were out of this world. Here's another angle. This is my husband, Robert, and you can tell that we're just enjoying the atmosphere. It's just beautiful, cozy, and we were there to have some fun. So we decided to take the tour of the distillery, and on the weekends they do offer tours at 3 and 4 p.m. So that is definitely something to check out. The tour comes with a tasting of their spirits that they make in the distillery, and you can actually see all of the facilities. So it was really exciting to go back, see all the stills, and how they actually create their spirits. So they have a beautiful tasting room, and then they take you back into the actual production part. So you can see they have the copper still. They also have a still that's very fast and efficient. And it was just really neat to learn about the process. And this is that high energy, very high efficiency still. I personally love that it is called Rodney Danger Still. It always kind of gives me just a little bit of a giggle. But this particular still they use to produce their vodka and their gin, and it is so high functioning and very efficient that they said they can create up to 3 cases within just a couple of hours of distilling it here. So it's super fast, very efficient, and kind of cool and easy on the eyes. And here is that copper pot still. I'm probably really partial to these because I know these are used when making whiskey. When we went to Ireland back in 2019, we went to a few different distilleries and really learned the process of how the Irish make whiskey. So I've been really fascinated with it ever since. And so to come to just a local distillery here in Macon and see that they have the gorgeous copper pot still, it just makes my heart flutter. So once it's gone through that full distilling process, they do go ahead and start to age the different spirits according to however they actually need to be aged. Things like vodka and gin obviously do not get aged, but they do have an heirloom whiskey that is made in a Georgia style. It's a corn whiskey, and they do have borrowed whiskeys. So they make a bourbon and a rye whiskey, and they are, kind of repurposing some other straight spirits, distilled spirits from another location, but they do actually age it to give it its flavor. So here you can see those barrels. I love looking at the barrels and appreciating the coopers and their fine workmanship. Barrels are just a cool thing and a really neat craft. And that was another thing I definitely learned to appreciate in Ireland. Another thing to note about Longleaf Distillery is they do hand packaging. So downstairs in the basement, they had an area where they actually bottle everything and then they label it. Everything is hand labeled. Then they put in the cap of the bottle, shrink wrap it, seal it, and put it in the cases. So if you ever come across any bottle that you are buying, you know that it was prepared with love. So heading back to the main bar area, this is the front page of their menu. You can see that they have tons of cocktail choices, a lot of house cocktails. They are the place that you want to go to if you maybe don't have something specific in mind. You don't have that go-to cocktail and you just say, make me something with vodka, with it, being sweet or with a little bit of a kick, whatever you're looking for. Their bartenders there are looking to impress you with new types of cocktails, new types of flavor profiles, whatever you want. They're going to figure it out for you. They also said that they are a teaching distillery, meaning that any cocktail that is on the menu, anything they come up with for you, they are happy to tell you the ingredients, tell you how it was made, so that you can then take that recipe and make it at home. They'll also sell you the ingredients. So it was kind of neat just to know that they are in the business of really creating lifelong relationships with their clientele. And here we have the second page of the menu. You can see that you can always have the spirits straight up. They're obviously listing those for those that are maybe the designated driver or that prefer not to drink but maybe find the distillery aspect entertaining. They do offer some non-alcoholic beverages, and they do have food. They make everything in-house. It is all made from scratch. I didn't get to try any of that because we had gone for lunch right before going, but I did see some come out and it looked absolutely delightful. So I definitely recommend that as well. My go-to cocktail is always an old-fashioned. I got lucky because they are experimenting with making some simple syrups, and they had a ginger simple syrup that the bartender Hunter was excited to try out and see if I liked it. And it was a mean old-fashioned. It was so tasty, so good. And he even did a little flame on the orange peel to bring out that flavor. And look at the glassware. I feel like the glassware is just so beautiful and so tasteful and unique. I haven't seen this everywhere. So I was just really impressed with my old-fashioned, definitely up there in my books. And then here is the Midnight Dew. This is made from evergreen liqueur. It's similar to a chartreuse liqueur, and it was paired with ginger ale. And it was really nice. It was very balanced. It wasn't too sweet. And it just was very refreshing, very summery. And I definitely would recommend this cocktail as well. It was just lovely. So that concludes our little tour of Longleaf Distillery here in Macon, Georgia. If you are a local, I highly recommend you make a visit. It was outstanding. Great atmosphere, live music on the weekends, great staff, great cocktails. If you are coming in from out of town, I definitely recommend adding this to your itinerary. It was really, really great, and I think it would be a wonderful addition to any trip. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and we'll see you again. Have a wonderful day.